Ready spaghetti!
Ready spaghetti! Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Rime of the Frostmaiden, Part 5. Today is January 10th, 2021, and you are loved. And that is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards Where Anywhere audio casts are made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community but also from each other. Easiest way, of course, to ask those questions is to post them in the Discord chat to the side or join us via the Discord link down below. We will do our best to respond in kind. But if you already support us on YouTube, you already support us on everywhere audiocasts are made available for free, and Patreon, and you're trying to think to yourself, where can I go to help support this absolutely incredible show? Guess what? We got your back, quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got crop tops, throw pillows, clocks, blankets, and most importantly, we also have Tia masks. That's right, we have face masks with the symbol of Tiamat upon them, done by our very own Cyberwolf 1201, where all of the proceeds from those masks end up going to help support Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like to help support a good cause or help support the show, that is again indooradventure.redbubble.com. But that is it for my spiel. So hey, Satan, who you playing today?
Hi, my name's Satan, and today I will be playing Kuori, the Goliath fighter, and we both go by she, they.
Hi, I'm LizMac. I will be playing Lydia, our rock gnome cleric, and we both use she, her pronouns.
I am the Indoor Adventurer, and tonight I shall be playing as Hart, the Wood Elf Druid. We both use he, him.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ here, but today I'll be playing Rocky, the Human Ranger.
Gosh, I guess I'm the only one left. Hi, everybody. I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. I'm going to be the DM for tonight. I go by she, her. Let's just get started, shall we? Behold her everlasting rhyme. See how it covers all. Weep not for those she traps in time, behind her glacial wall. The peace of the tomb has been disrupted. Even now, the last stragglers among the animals are pouring out of the hillside and scrambling around the moon dial. The dreaded white moose kneels, unconscious, within the barrow. Ravicin lays, clutching the knife wound in her side and baring blue-stained teeth in pain. A red spot is rapidly spreading on the snow beneath her. Kuori has just questioned her regarding the moose, but if something isn't done about the bleeding, she won't survive to answer anything.
Okay. Ooh. Hart is dismissing his starry form. Just throwing that one out there.
The stars dissipate.
Does anybody have any healing?
I have a healer's kit.
I can help out with some heals if you need it.
A healer's kit would be good for now.
One saving throw.
Wait.
Healer's kit? Or saver, go!
I got a
go! Heal!
23 on a medicine check.
All right.
Sorry.
Nobody was saying anything, so I was like, I guess I'm gonna heal her. I don't have any healing potions.
All right, Rocky, you kneel next to her and you begin bandaging the wound that you not on moments before opened up in her side.
Stitch it up first and then bandage it.
I feel like if you're going to stitch it, there's an awful lot. It's a lot more invasive than she's willing to let you get.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Throw some gauze on there. Apply pressure.
Yeah, that's...
Hold her back and apply pressure.
Yeah, I think that's about the level of care that she's allowing to happen.
I will also take an action to just cast Spare the Dying, just in case she does go down.
Oh.
Which I could have done.
Oh, you just have that.
Yeah. I just
Okay. The bleeding stops. She is stabilized. Kuori, you are free to question her.
But you're not going to die now. Now answer my question. What did you do to this moose?
I didn't do anything to the moose.
he seems
You
very
just found
angry.
them rampage.
Yeah, well, that's not my fault, is it?
This moose did not used to be a menace to the people.
She just glares at each of you in turn.
A stare is not an answer. In what state did you find this moose?
Vernus always told me if I wanted to live, that I should keep my mouth shut around hunters.
We're
Congratulations, we're not hunters.
not hunters. No.
Well, not by profession. I'm a guide.
We were told by a friend that you had been making some of the local wildlife more aggressive towards the peoples of the town. Why are you doing this?
The Frostmaiden is going to make everyone suffer. I'm just making her job easier.
That's not your job.
Well, it is now.
Who deemed you that?
You all did.
I've never met you before.
Well, not you, Freckles. Just you people in general. Hunters. You killed my sister.
Lydia is gonna, having been hanging back at the back of the pack, other than to cast Spare the Dying, she's going to approach and just stare up and say, I do not know you, and I do not care to. If you would like to return to your sister, we can make that very easy for you. Or you can answer the questions that my good friend is asking, and we walk away. I have places to be. And if you would like to return to the places that you were at before, you will answer the questions honestly. Fix the moose if it can be fixed. And if it can't, we will also dispatch of that. We may not be hunters, but don't screw around with us because we will hunt you. And then she's just going to return.
All right, give me an intimidation check.
Okay.
You got this, you got this.
I'll give you some guidance, so roll a d4 with it.
Thank you. Christmas not terrible, so. So that would be a 23 total.
Okay. She hisses something in Druidic. Hart, you know Druidic, right?
Yeah.
She says to herself, fuck, Vernus, you were the one who did this. I've never been good at talking to people. And she just kind of but the look that she's giving Lydia is like she's cursing her out. But she will sit down and just kind of gesture sassily at Kuori, like, ask away.
In what state did you find this moose?
You need to be more specific.
You said you found the moose this way.
Okay, now let me ask you this. In what state did you find this gnome? I know the moose. He just kind of is around.
I think what my friend
Alright.
is getting at is that it seems in recent times this moose has become more aggressive and has been attacking hunters and people who are trying to feed their families. Now, this is a problem, as you can see, because we want this moose to live. We don't want to hurt animals. We're not hunters. We want people to be able to eat and take what they need from the land and return to it when it's their time.
Mm-hmm.
However, if we have a moose running rampant, attacking families, attacking hunters, attacking other animals, I cannot let that be. So, are you able to rectify this moose's behavior, or will it always be this way?
Well, the moose has always hated hunters. Like, pretty sure that it was abandoned out in the snow when its mom died because a hunter killed her.
It's
It's
Bambi.
Bambi.
And then, back when winter wasn't all the time, being a white moose in a green forest isn't the safest situation to be in. So he kind of had a rough upbringing, you might say. You ever see an awakening spell?
Nope.
I mean, we just met your friend in the lake.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Is he still knocking boats over?
Can't just give You can't just give consciousness to things that do not ask of it.
Why not?
Because it's not your Lydia, I'm going to she just I figured that Kuori picked up a few gnomish words and basically it's just Lydia. Talk to her. I've never been good at talking to people. I'm going to strangle her.
All right.
The last part's in gnomish.
Lydia will again approach, and those who are looking enough to notice see that normally there is not any sort of outward sign of Lydia's magic, but right now her fingertips are still crackling with this dark purple energy. Look, our time is precious, and right now you're wasting it. I don't appreciate that at all. What we're trying to determine here right now, I understand that you're saying that this moose has always hurt or always hated hunters. I get it. It kind of comes with the territory of being the thing that is hunted. However, have you magically altered this moose in any way that would affect its attacking of the people right now? Because that's what it's doing.
I didn't awaken the moose. Oh, yeah, but there is the moon dial.
What about the moon dial?
She, looks at all of you, and she's all like, wait a second, can none of you cast Moonbeam?
No.
That's,
Oh, dear Frostmaiden, your babies. I'm gonna die to babies.
Eventually I'll be able to.
Technically speaking, you're gonna die of blood loss first.
What happens if we cast Moonbeam?
This temple was made by elves a long time ago. There's a mirror inside the tomb. And if you cast Moonbeam you're supposed to wait until a full moon comes around, but who has time for that? If you cast Moonbeam on a full moon, then you can scry with the mirror.
Oh.
I've just been helping out a friend.
Lydia. And Hart's like tapping your shoulder.
Yes, Hart.
We'd be able to find your brother easier that way.
I we have a lead right now, and I think that we're being distracted. And she just said that she didn't cast Moonbeam, that it was her friend.
No, I was the one who cast Moonbeam. I didn't awaken the moose. I awakened the lake monster. And you
But
did say
who's your
he put...
friend?
Not my friend.
You said you were helping a friend.
The moose. I'm helping the moose. The moose wants to kill people.
And you're helping it kill people.
Well, yeah.
I'm guessing she's using that scrying to locate the hunters that killed the moose's mom. Am I right?
No.
Kind of,
Mostly
sort of.
just any hunters that come into the forest. Most of them want to kill the moose anyway, so...
Yeah, because it's killing them.
And they killed my sister. So I guess we're kind of even.
Do you want me to bite? Do you want to? Why did they kill your sister?
Because that's what hunters do.
You're not an animal. You're a person.
No, but her sister might have been in animal form or something when it happened, I'm guessing. Is that correct? Look,
So, okay, here's this thing. Hunters, they get it in their heads that if there's a particular, like, unique thing out there, that if they kill it, it makes them unique and special, right? So, say, for example, there's a white moose that has been living for years and not bothering anybody. And hunters are just looking for it so that they can have what do you people call it? A trophy? Meanwhile, this moose hates hunters, for reasons. And my sister thinks to herself, gee, if only the moose could talk to them and tell them its plight, then maybe they'd just leave him alone. Maybe they'd be able to, like, see how he feels about the whole thing.
And she awakened the moose, and it just hated everything.
That's just kind of the way things are.
I think that point paints a bigger target on the moose than if it's able to talk. I've been with humans long enough, or hunters long enough, that yeah, I agree. Anything unique taken as a trophy gets you accolades. Man, people are desperate for something to cling to in these cold times. So maybe a bit of fame goes a long way for them.
Who killed your sister?
Hunters.
Was she in an animal form?
No. She was jumping in front of the moose.
So they didn't kill her. They were trying to get the moose, and then she sacrificed herself, eh?
Hunters killed my sister.
I understand. I understand that I wake up every day terrified that I'm going to lose my brother. And I can only imagine what it was like actually losing your sister. And I'm sorry that that happened, and I understand your plight. I do. Hurting them isn't going to bring her back. if you... None of your actions are damnable, but at the end of the day, people have died because of you. People have been seriously injured because of you. People have lost limbs from this moose. And people can't feed their families. You are taking away other sisters, brothers, parents.
Well, we're all going to die anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
It does. You don't get to pick and choose when people that is not your job.
Kuori is very caught up on what people's jobs are, and I think right now your job is to leave. I'm giving you that chance. We are all giving you that chance to leave, to walk away, to heal. There are plenty of places where hunters aren't going to bother you on a day-to-day basis. I'm sorry for what has happened to this moose, and I'm sorry for what I have to do to it if it's going to continue hurting people. Please don't make me do the same to you. And Lydia will just gesture towards the exit of the area back to the forest.
She's gonna like kind of stand up and back away from you, never taking her eyes off of any of the four of you. And as she begins to walk away, an Arctic fox just pops out of a snowdrift and sits there and stares at her for a second. And you see her look at it. And then she just kind of like gestures at it, like emphatically, like very frustratedly. But the fox just stays there. And finally, she just rolls her eyes and says, "I'm not going to owe you." And she like walks in to the moon dial. And she stands next to the full moon area. And she just kind of crosses her arms, looking away. And she's like, "I'll cast it once."
I cast...
Moonbeam.
Scrying.
I... Kuori, can you...
We thank you for your
I'll
skills.
take care of the moose.
Okay,
If you want.
I just...
You need to find your brother.
I know, but... This seems very cowardly of me, but I'm scared to look. You know my brother too. Can you...
I
Can you...
will.
Okay, I'll take care of the moose, and I won't let his story go untold, and I think the best course of action is to return him to nature.
Yes.
So Lydia will go off to do that, and stay as far away from the scrying situation.
Rocky will follow Lydia so she doesn't have to be alone.
Thank you.
Ravicin.
I think there's a moment where... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kuori.
No, go ahead. Finish.
No,
I was just saying that she goes to Ravicin.
what do you say to Ravicin?
Kuori will explain. Looks like her, but boy. And tell him their name.
Oh, no. That's not my part. I'm just going to put the moonbeam on the spot, and then you guys go to the mirror. You can ask your questions. It's not any of my business.
Duh. For whatever it's worth. I'm sorry your sister died.
Sorry doesn't bring her back.
No, it does not. Is it something that I can just do without Lydia, or do they all have to be there?
Um,
The
when
scrying
you
mirrors inside the tomb, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we
So we
use
have
the
to get it.
moonbeam. We would all have to go in, or
Yeah,
anybody who wants to
basically
scry goes inside.
you need to be inside while the moonbeam is active. Um, and so long as the moonbeam is active, the mirror will be able to work. You'd be able to
Okay.
cast scry through the mirror to a maximum of
Uh,
7 times.
does she know the way in, or is it something that we have to?
She can direct you.
Yeah.
Basically, you can go in through. You go into the barrow, and there are a couple of different pathways that head out. It's basically the middle path.
Mm-hmm. Let me open up the map. But yeah, okay, I remember that you. Where is the map?
The other 2 pathways go to tombs.
Okay. So if the other, she's gonna go down the middle pathway then.
Mm-hmm. You find yourself in front of a silver mirror. Um, let's see, what else does it? Yes. The underground passage narrows before ending at a wall upon which is mounted an oval mirror 7 feet tall and half as wide, encircled by a decorative stone frame. And when you're in there, Ravicin will go ahead and call down a moonbeam onto the full moon.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mirror begins to glow.
Okay. Kuori will think of Lydia's brother, whose name this player cannot remember.
It is Lucas.
Lucas.
Lucas. All I know is Amoeba Boy.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. So when you scry on somebody, they make a save, and by knowing him personally, the save is 5 points harder. If you have anything that belongs to him, you can make it even like more likely to succeed.
Mm.
I know that Lydia has his wallet. She could have handed it off to you.
Yeah, I would have given you his wallet.
Yeah, if we are aware of the way Scry functions,
I think
then
you in particular would know.
yeah, if I'm aware, then I would have asked Lydia to hand me her wallet, her brother's wallet.
All right, that definitely works. All right. For a moment, the mirror goes completely white, and you think that perhaps something has gone wrong. But then you see a dot appear, and you realize that there's some noise, kind of enveloping the mirror, like static. And then you come to realize that it's actually blowing snow. It's a blizzard. And over a drift comes a dog sled, and comes closer and closer, until you can see that there is a man on the sled, with a team of dogs, and clear as day, uh, standing amongst the cargo of the sled, is the spitting image of Lydia, a rosy cheeked young gnome with dark hair, and his brow is set. He seems to be a gnome on a mission. And like your vision follows him as he goes by, and like basically the camera turns and pivots to follow him, and you see that this team of dogs is heading directly towards a mountain that you recognize. It's Kelvin's Cairn. And then you see a few more teams of dogs follow after.
Okay, Kelvin's Cairn.
And then
Okay. Would you say the moonbeam is still active?
the moonbeam lasts for
Concentration.
a minute.
A
Yeah.
It's
minute.
concentration for a minute, so you could probably try a couple of more if you would
Uh,
like.
I would like to. I think she will scry on the weaponsmith of her old clan, Wayani.
Okay. All right. You see a familiar sight come into view. It is a dark room with a warm smelter and all of the instruments and tools and weapons that are on the walls. And you see your master kind of leaned over what appears to be a bone dagger, and they are carving it and shaping it and smoothing it and getting it just so. And you see them sort of pause and like their brow furrow with something that looks like concern. And they begin to leave the room, sort of like rubbing their hands together. And then they stop and like reassert themselves, and they come back. But you recognize this as a compulsion, that they are I'm going through my thesaurus. Incentivize is not the right word. They have a compulsion to seek out that item, and they seem to still be struggling with that.
Okay. Okay. That is all. That's all who she's gonna scry on.
Okay. Meanwhile, Hart, were you staying outside?
Yeah, Hart's been hanging out with Ravicin. Like, he didn't want to follow Kuori. Because it was one of those, like, we have to make sure she's doing the thing. And, like, he's watching her cast this moonbeam. He's like, wow. Vernus, that was your sister, right?
Don't you say her name. I don't want to talk to you, Freckles. You're one of them.
I think you and I are more alike than you'd like to admit. Hunters have killed lots of my family. My cousins, my brothers, my parents. It happens more often than you'd think. But the Frostmaiden's not going to bring them back. Regardless of how many people you take out, that's not going to tally up. I'm sorry for what you've had to go through. But you can be stronger than this.
You notice that she tends not to look at people that she's talking to. Not directly, anyway. And she, like, squares up with you as though she is about to really start laying into you. But you see her eyes drift off of you, and she goes, "Oh shit, the blue ones!" And then she just like runs past you. The moonbeam still keeps going, but she just like
and
Hart, like runs over to the barrow.
Hart, like, just as she runs by, there's just that like long that just curls in a big wisp of cold air. Like, he was definitely like, oh shit, she is getting confrontational. Fuck. Okay, thank God. Oh, woo!
She runs past you and skids to a stop, and she picks something up from inside the barrow, and she turns around and she just has an entire uprooted blueberry bush. It's not like blueberries like we know it. It's berries that are blue.
They are blue raspberries. They're mythical in origin.
You know what? Yeah, let's go with that. It's basically blue raspberries. And she like plucks one off and pops it into her mouth. And she's like, I almost forgot about this. It'd suck if I'd left without it. And it actually like literally like rustles a little bit and goes like, haha, yeah, don't leave me.
Hart's
Don't
eyes
leave
get
me.
big.
I hate you. And she like just kind of throws it over her shoulder, and it's like, whoa, okay, you're doing that again. And she's gonna like start walking away, and she's all like, the moonbeam will stay up for whatever you guys call like a few heartbeats.
Ravicin, have a nice day.
Don't tell me what to do.
I can't think of anything better than that to say. I'm stealing it.
That's okay.
She just like looks at you and she just, don't tell me what to do. She leaves.
Hart nods. He'll remind
Sorry.
himself to tell Lydia that he told somebody to have a good day even when he didn't mean it.
Oh.
What a good boy. Sure enough, the moonbeam stays up for as long as she promised, and then it fades. Kuori has finished her scrying. Lydia and Rocky go and do what they need to do.
If you're not looking forward to doing it, I can do it.
I just want this to be over. We need to get back on the road. I mean, comes with the territory. Everything has its time to return to the earth. If I have to be the one to do that, that's fine. Lydia will just, as peacefully and painlessly as possible, return the moose to the earth.
All right. Are you going to choose to leave the moose here, or is it coming with you?
I can scavenge some parts off of it if we're going back to Lost Woods.
I mean, ideally, I think that, I don't know, part of Lydia thinks that returning, leaving the moose untouched would be the greatest thing that we could do for it, rather than utilizing it to feed the people that, even though he killed some.
We do need to confirm the bounty with the person in Lost Woods. Lonelywood. Kakariko Village.
Kakariko Village.
I'm
Zelda
not-
music just starts blaring in my head.
I'll take as little as we need.
Okay. I leave that to you then. You got this. I'm sorry, I'm just really not feeling like myself right now. Just want to get away from here.
I'm not really that great at talking, but I could offer you a hug.
Thanks, Rocky. And she'll give him a hug. Small hug.
Small hug.
Is
Rocky
the
will
moose
take
dead yet?
Rocky will take a bit of antler plus like some fur.
All right. I think that's gonna. It is a respectful amount of proof, but I think it will require a check of some sort to make sure that they actually believe you. But we'll resolve that whenever it becomes relevant. What is your plan?
Let's go back to Lonelywood. Did you see my brother? Did you see
did.
Lucas?
I did. He is alive. That you no longer have to worry about.
Did he look like he was captured, or if...
No.
Okay,
He looked like a gnome on a mission.
that sounds like him.
He's heading to Kelvin's Cairn. Kelvin's Cairn. Can't say that word.
Cairn.
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 Oh, hey.
There.
Well,
Yeah.
I say we head there, but let's head back first.
Yes. I will give fuck, not the seer. The seer of my
Oh, the speaker.
the speaker.
Yep.
I will vouch that we in fact took care of the issue.
Is that happening before or after you guys go to Kelvin's Cairn?
After, because we're only like we're not that far from.
You guys are never gonna turn in a quest ever. Kelvin's Cairn is
No, sorry, before.
We're going
My bad.
to
Okay, all right.
Lonelywood to turn
Yeah.
in
Okay.
the fish quest that we got.
No, no,
Okay.
no. We gotta go to the
Quest
other place.
is all the way back in Bremen.
Fuck!
I have so many quests in the in progress.
Okay,
They're
we're gonna
all
go back
open.
to Lonelywood. We're in Lonelywood right now. We're gonna go back to the village to
Okay.
finish the moose quest, to then go back to the fish quest and the monster quest and do that. And
Okay.
then we're gonna go to
Um,
Kelvin's Cairn.
Because if we finish all of those quests, then we get a major XP bonus. I've played video games before. I know how that works.
And that's how you get out of Ogremar.
Yeah!
At the very least, okay, I step out of character to speak about this a little bit for, like, in character reasons. At the very least, you could head back to Lonelywood and tell them that they don't need
Discuss
to
from
worry about the moose. But it will take several days to get all the way back to Bremen or any other place. And
Would
you
it
guys
take
have-
several days if we have the sea monster take us?
Yeah, like at least a day to get across the lake and then
Okay.
a day to get back across it.
Okay. I just wanted to give this guy his notes.
Fair enough. You know what? I'm gonna.
It's all right. There's like a landway over to Kelvin's Cairn. It's a bit of a detour, but we go back to Bremen and then we go back to Tor.
You know what? For the
Well-
sake of our own sanity, I'll say that you can get to and from Bremen in a day.
If our friend helps us.
If friend helps you.
Yeah. Lydia, why don't we take care of this? And we will leave to Kelvin's Cairn. I can't say that in the accent.
You did fantastic. Kelvin's Cairn.
Kelvin's Cairn. From here, it'll be closer than from Bremen.
All right.
Hmm.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Or, you know what I can do? I can write these up and I'll mail it to him.
I was going to suggest, could we perhaps get one of the people that we know in the village to take the notes over?
Yes,
I think
that's what I'm gonna do. That's not
a
that's
better
not as
idea,
important as
actually.
your brother.
I
I was discussing that as me, not as Kuori.
look, or maybe
The biggest.
Rocky, I know you didn't sign up for all of this, and I'm happy to have you along, but if you feel like you need to return home at any point,
We could have a friend take you to Bremen, and then you can.
Well, if you guys are heading up to Kelvin's Cairn, you're gonna need a guide.
Are you just gonna stay with us forever?
No, guys, no. Stepping out of character again.
He's from
Kelvin's Cairn
Kelvin's
is what
Cairn.
he's for.
Yeah.
We've been dancing around it like for 4 sessions.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
I don't feel. That's why I was like,
I
we
just
should
thought
go
to
back
myself,
to the other place. Like,
I just
drop
thought to
him off.
myself,
The collective light bulb.
we can
Yeah.
do the lake monster one too, and just very quickly jaunt over there. It'll be fine, and then we can get back and do Kelvin's Cairn.
Never,
No.
never underestimate the stupidity of idiots. You shouldn't have trusted that with us at all.
Session 1, I said I was a guide for up in Kelvin's Cairn.
I am included in the idiots. So there you go.
I love
Okay,
all of you.
I love
So,
all of you.
Lydia,
yeah.
we'll turn this in. We'll grab something to eat. I will mail out this as we head out to Kelvin's Cairn. We need to go on a full stomach. If not, we're not going to survive. Yes?
Yes.
And we need to prepare for. We need to get. See if we need to prepare more. It's looks like there's going to be constant blizzards. Surprise.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna need a bit of a thicker cloak up there.
I'll be fine. But Lydia, we're going to get you and Hart a bit more of a bundled up. It's not going to help if you die while trying to go find for your brother.
This is true.
She's gonna pick Lydia up and just hug her to her and then just walk away.
All right. Y'all can head back to Lonelywood and speak with Speaker Nimsy Huddle.
Yeah.
Let her know that the moose is not going to be a problem. You can ask her to send a messenger to Bremen with all of the information that you guys
Yeah.
have. And I could follow up. The reason why you were doing the whole fish quest to begin with was so that you could get a hold of the charter for the Dark Duchess. So basically what you can do is that you can have this messenger go to Bremen, drop off those notes, and the remaining 3 knucklehead trout that you guys had, and they can come back with the charter, and they can send it on its way to meet you guys in a different town.
That makes sense.
Where would you like them to send it?
Probably we have to go through Tourmaline, which is Lydia's hometown, so probably there.
We could have them drop it off at Lydia's parents' shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that even if the timing doesn't match up.
It'll still be there, yeah.
All right. Decent.
I'm trying to pull up my map again, 1 second.
Over the course of the night, Rock is gonna work on some more bone knives.
Okay, Tourmaline, yeah. But yeah. Kuori will make sure that they're all fed, and we'll make sure to buy a much thicker jacket for Lydia and Hart.
Okay.
And get them snowshoes.
Yep. I'm pretty sure everybody's been outfitted with snowshoes by this point.
Okay.
Cold weather clothing would be 10 gold pieces.
Do I have money?
We have money in the party fund.
Yes.
I have notes of money in the party fund.
Because I only have exactly 10 gold.
Notes. Where to
I
put
live
the
by
notes?
myself. This usually is enough for me for the month and more. What was
If you
it?
have any riches in the form of gems, you can get them switched out for liquid currency.
I have 10
have-
gold.
We have the gem that we got for returning the iron.
You would have gotten 2 of them.
2 instead of
So that's
3.
50?
They're valued at
50 each?
50 each.
So we would have liquidized that, so put 100 in the party fund.
So I'll give you 20 from the party fund then,
Okay.
All right.
which
do
means
you
we
guys-
have 90.
Do you guys have rations?
I have berries for days.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's right. That's why we don't track rations, is because friggin'
Berry.
Hart's over here with his burrs.
I
Yeah.
can also hunt for up to 10 people.
I also could,
I have
create,
You know
great
what?
food and water.
That's just one less thing for me to keep track of. Good job, guys.
I have 10 rations.
Oh, 5 people.
Y'all saw starvation on the consent check.
I can also
do up to 5
people.
What kind of game this is gonna be?
We're both wanderer background or wanderer features, so we could do up to 10 people if we wanted, but it's fine.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Y'all are able to send that messenger on their way. You will eventually be able to pick up payment and the charter for the Dark Duchess at Tourmaline at your parents' store.
Okay. By the time that we finish everything, is it nighttime? Or okay.
Yeah, I reckon.
Kuori, can we stay at your house again?
Yes, I was about to suggest that. Um, let's go. I'll make sure you're all safe for the night, and then we'll leave in the morning.
Hmm.
She's been carrying Lydia this entire time, unless Lydia has said to put her down.
You're muted.
Uh, uh,
Still some.
you went.
You went unmute for just a moment and then muted again.
Ah,
My brother has delivered me food.
Excellent.
Nice.
Thanks,
hell yeah.
Alex. Sorry to continue.
No, I was just saying that Kuori has held on to Lydia, has carried her this entire time, unless Lydia has been like, put me down. This is how she shows comfort. She's like, people like to be carried, right?
Yeah, that's okay. Thank you. It's faster than me walking, anyways.
She'll lead them back to her small but cozy cabin and set up the bed for them so it's extra warm with extra pelts. She'll just lay in she'll take out her bedroll and lay in the living room.
All right.
Lydia will just quietly keep to herself for the evening and turn in early, even though she's doing that thing where you can tell she's not really sleeping, but she's just lying there.
Yeah, Hart's just working on his little star map. Then getting a good meditation in.
All right. Anything that happens tonight before you guys head out in the morning?
there's the brief smell of something burning. Rocky curses a little bit. And then,
Rocky,
waves his hand.
what are you doing?
Decorating?
Just don't stop. Just don't burn my house down.
No, I won't. I've done this before. Ow!
I'm bashing you.
How can you watch me if you're going to sleep?
I'm just laying down.
But next morning, Rocky's gonna hand Hart, Kuori, and Lydia some knives sized for them. And there is a burning on Hart's of like 2 antlers. On Lydia's is a crow head, and on Kuori's is a bear. They're not gonna kill anything, but survival knives are survival knives.
Thank you, Rocky. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. This is very. It's nice.
He used the elk antler.
We could get breakfast at the. We could go see the Danae and get some breakfast to go. Yes.
I would like that a lot. It'll be nice to say goodbye to Danae before we leave town.
Yes.
Plus, that drink that you got us was very, very good. I would very much like another.
The salted caramel macchiato. Yes.
Oh, I wonder if they do like a brown sugar.
If you ask them, yeah, they're very well stocked with different options.
What is brown sugar?
It's unprocessed sugar.
What does that even mean?
Well, Rocky will start explaining how sugar is processed. I actually know how it's done, but I won't get into it.
And that's the
there-
morning talk as we walk back to.
There's actually a walk-up window at the Lucky Liar
Yeah.
that you can order at and then grab your stuff to go if you
Yeah.
want.
I'll just say hi to Danae.
She will get you guys a ham and Swiss sandwich. She will give you she'll give you all a red eye, which is just drip coffee with some espresso dumped in.
If I bring my own thermos, can she fill it up?
Absolutely.
Okay.
She'll give you
With
a discount.
espresso shots.
Yeah.
She'll give you a discount.
Could we get a something vegetarian for my friend over here? Meat's not really his thing.
Sure. I believe they're called. She'll. Well, I mean, I guess egg bites aren't technically
The
vegetarian.
berries are fine. Do you
Trying to
have
think
any
of anything that
sweets?
would be.
A fruit salad.
Yeah,
Salad?
she could do a fruit salad.
Yum.
What about if she's Danish? Would that be?
Yeah. I mean, that's not. He's not vegan. He's
right.
vegetarian. Good.
She's
So we'll just
Danish.
give you a fruit salad and a she's Danish, and my big thermos of caramel macchiato.
She could get you a traveler.
Sounds
Just
like
a
great
big,
breakfast at
Yeah.
a
work.
big old thing of coffee.
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
tip her extra. A whole. I don't know how much this is worth, but extra.
I did this to myself.
Yeah, you did.
No more playing.
See you
Starbucks.
later.
How much monies?
How much money does it cost?
Yes.
Well, let's.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at telling people to give me money. Um,
Same.
well, my immediate notes don't give me anything for taverns, and I should have written it down. I'm gonna say
Do you want me to? I have notes if you want me to look them up.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
2 silver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just for the lot.
I will give her. Wherefore, I'll give her a gold and tell her to keep the
You're
change.
so sweet.
I'll give her a gold and 5 silver.
That's so nice of you.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
You
What
gotta
a
tip
tipper.
her. I'll tip her directly so it doesn't go in the tip jar, so she doesn't have to split it.
All right. You guys get kitted out. You get ready to go. You are able to just sort of skirt your way around the forest of Lonelywood, and you hit open snow, and you begin heading towards Kelvin's Cairn. You can literally see it on the horizon. It's really strange because like Icewind Dale is like a big valley that's surrounded by mountains, and Kelvin's Cairn is just one mountain that sticks up right in the middle, all on its own. And I believe it's the tallest one of them all.
I think
And
so,
it
yeah.
is historically pretty significant. Oh my gosh, Steven, do you know anything about Kelvin's Cairn?
Not off the bat. I'd have to do a little bit more research, honestly.
Okay. That's fair. So would I. All right. Give me a survival check for your first day of travel.
Sure.
Uh,
I got
all
a
of
Uh,
us?
A communal survival check. One person you can assist or guidance or whatever.
I'll
you
guidance them.
Okay. Anybody want to assist?
I'll assist you since I'm familiar with like the I don't know, nature.
27.
Want. Ooh, that is really, really good. All right. As you are traveling along, Rocky is able to sort of stop you guys in your tracks as you catch scent of something on the wind. And you are able to circumnavigate the group around a herd of woolly mammoths. There's about 7 of them, and they typically won't bother you if you don't bother them, but you really shouldn't get close to them because they can really mess up your day.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna direct the group.
Herds. They do move in herds.
It's like bison at Yellowstone, but like twice as big.
Yep.
Periodically, Rocky's gonna let off like a call into the snow.
I want to know what it sounds like.
I can't be this loud this late at night.
That's true.
Wait, he what into the snows?
Anawoo?
Is it an awoo?
It's not a no. It's like the Norwegian shepherd call, but in a baritone.
Oh, nice.
So it's like a
Okay.
hoo-ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are very relaxing, surprisingly, for a shepherd's call. Nice in the courtyard.
Windy. It is very windy, and Rocky's call is just barely audible over the sound of the wind as it becomes more and more intense. And of course, you all are subjected to a blizzard. Fortunately, it's right about the time that you would be hunkering down for the night anyway, so there is not a lot of time lost if you make camp here.
I will. I will make sure that we just make camp a tiny bit earlier so we don't get trapped in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there is there anywhere nearby that we can make camp?
Typically,
Using my knowledge of the area, using the Wanderer feat.
mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I don't think that you guys are going to have a hard time finding a place to make camp. Typically, in a open area like this, it is best to dig out a snow cave. And I think between Kuori and Rocky, you have two professional survivalists. You are able to make camp and hunker down for the night.
Lydia will help set up with fire if need be. But otherwise, again, she is somewhat keeping to herself. She keeps absent-mindedly holding Lucas's wallet and just like running her thumb along the outside of the wallet absent-mindedly.
Mm-hmm.
And just waiting till it's time to sleep and then wake up and go again.
Yep. While you are holding that wallet, the sketch of that drow falls out.
She'll pick it up and take a look at it again and turn it and just put it back in the wallet.
Okay. Anything else happens this evening?
I think Hart would probably like if that Lydia is like in a dour sort, he'd probably just like sit next to her and then just say, I told her to have a good day. I don't know if that was what I was supposed to do in the moment, but you told me that after you're done interacting with people, even if you don't mean it, you're supposed to say, have a nice day.
Yeah, you are, Hart. Good job. Sometimes that might just be enough to make their day a little bit better, even if they don't deserve it.
The berry bush that she was eating off of was talking. And I don't know how I feel about that.
Did you have more sugar for dinner?
All of the coffee that we had earlier today was a lot.
We forgot to make decaf.
Oh no, I got him specifically decaf.
You had a traveler, though.
Mm-hmm.
That was for Kuori. I don't know what they were talking about.
Just drinking directly out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Goes up to the drive-thru in Starbucks. 1 black coffee, traveler, please.
Same motherfucker.
Oh, bless.
It was talking? What do you mean?
Well, it was saying like, oh, I guess we're doing this again. And then like it was emoting. I think she awakened the thing that she was eating off of.
That has a lot of implications I am not 100% comfortable with. So
awakening things like that would be bad.
Well, awakening is a very difficult spell. A lot of people have a lot of very strong feelings about it.
And I I just find it weird that she awakens something and is then consuming it and eating it. Um, hmm. Yeah, that's a little strange.
Kind of makes you think.
It certainly does. Yep. Thank you, by the way.
For what? I didn't do anything.
Well, my mind has been so preoccupied, I feel like a distraction of trying to figure out an awakened berry bush. It's nice.
Oh, well, you are welcome, and hopefully your day has been nice.
Thanks, Hart. I get the feeling that we will be seeing Ravicin again at some point, and maybe we can find out more about the bush then. But right now, Lydia will just stare down at the wallet. I have to find Lucas. It's been too long already. I'm scared that I'm running out of time.
I think that Lucas will be fine. He survived out here as long as he has already, and it's difficult when it's so cold. But if he is doing fine already, then unless he is willing to run headlong into a group of mammoths, I think that he'll be fine. And if he's anything like you, I think he's doing fine.
Thanks, Hart. It means a lot.
And Hart just kind of like gives you a big smile.
Have you had any more dreams? We've slept a couple times.
Not since the last one.
Those must be scary sometimes.
I don't think they're scary. Because it always happens when I'm asleep. If it happened when I was awake, then it would be scary.
Right. But the things that happen in your dreams seem to, at least in some way, happen when you're awake too.
That's true, but it gives me something to... I don't want to say look forward to, because that makes it sound like I have a much more twisted sense of things that I am excited about. But it gives me something to look out for. It would be like if you were going down a winding path, but the night before you got told in a dream that one of the ways that you were going to go was more dangerous than the other. It's like not a barrier, a means of letting me know that things will be dangerous, to be prepared. That one, yes.
Yeah, I get that.
Words are hard.
Truly. I'm glad that you're doing okay too. And I hope you've had a nice day.
And Hart will pat you on the back. And he says, "Of course I have. I'm with all of you guys." And he'll stand up and he'll go and see Kuori setting firewood, Rocky getting the fire, and just Druidcraft, light that bitch up.
Oh dear.
Amazing.
Not a deer.
Over the course of the night, Rocky's gonna stay by the cave edge and listen for any return calls.
Probably a good idea. Can I get some perception checks for watches?
What's our watch order? What are we doing?
I can take last watch.
I'll take first watch.
Take a second.
All right.
Hart'll take first with Lydia, I guess.
All
Just
right.
hang out.
Lydia, go ahead and do a perception check with advantage as Hart helps you.
He's helping. he's really like working on his starry map.
So that is a 15 total for Lydia. One 5.
Okay. Your watch passes uneventfully. Rocky?
20 and 3.
23?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, sorry. Numbers are weird for me, man. All right, and Kuori.
15.
15. Okay. The night passes uneventfully. Well, okay, uneventfully, except for one thing. At some point, Rocky, you will see that there is some dogs moving across the tundra. Dog sleds. But it is not the sleds that you saw in the mirror. They have a flag that if you ask the rest of your characters, party members, they would recognize it as the
Oh, it's that bitch.
yeah, it's that bitch.
It's the Torgs!
Yes, thank you. Gosh, I was all like, my notes are not helping me. You see, basically, you see the Torgs go by. I think they, I don't know. Give me a history, survival, one of the two.
15.
Yeah, I think you would have heard of the Torgs. They sell goods. They're kind of scavengers. They're part-time bounty hunters. They're all rough and tumble, but they aren't necessarily illicit. They're not overtly illegal.
Just a
Ye-
little illegal.
I
Yep.
saw some Torg sleds heading towards the Cairn?
Nah. You see them from a distance. It seems that they're going from Tourmaline to some other town. They were heading away from you.
Heading away from us, so not much though during the night.
That's good.
Well, I guess we gotta hit the road, right?
The good news is the
Oh,
blizzard
Jack.
has let up, and it is a bright day. I wouldn't say that it is super sunny because the sun never rises over the mountains, but it is casting enough light to cast shadows across the tundra, and you're getting kind of snowblind as the light bounces up off of the snow and into your eyes. And the snow is just pristine and untouched for miles.
Goddamn.
And it's partially gorgeous and partially awful because it's just nothing but white for miles and miles, and it really hurts your eyes.
Can I have sunglasses? Just
I feel like with the cold weather outfit, you would have something similar to sunglasses,
like
like
goggles.
goggles. Yeah.
Maybe.
It's the Scrimshaw glasses.
Yes, it's the one with the slits in them.
Yes, the
The
good
sun
one.
sun watcher glasses.
You probably could have picked a few of those up.
Yeah.
I'm willing to allow that. Or Rocky could have even carved them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can
I'll
pass out
pass
some.
them out.
Yep, as you're passing out some Scrimshaw glasses, you see a shadow just kind of skid across the snow.
my head will like instantly snap to it like a dog looking like hearing a squirrel just
It looks a bit like a critter has just sprinted across the snow and like darted away. Something
but
dark.
what is it running from?
I look at a nearby source of liquid. Is it rippling? No. So do we all see this, or is it just Kuori who sees?
I think Kuori sees it first, and Hart and Rocky have a pretty high passive perception, so they could also become alert to like some sort of movement around you. And I mean, everybody is now on the alert, so Lydia, you can also basically realize at the last second that, oh, everybody's being quiet now.
Can I take a look at where this critter came from?
You walk over, and examining that area, you see that there are no tracks here, to imply that anything had moved about in that manner. And then you see movement again, and you're at the top of a drift, so you get a pretty clear view of this. You see that there is a shadow that is just kind of like lazily making its way across the snow, a few feet below you, and it becomes pretty clear that it is just a shadow that is being cast onto the snow. And your first instinct might be to look up and see what is casting this shadow, but there's something wrong with it. Wrong with it in the terms that it doesn't make any sense, because it is the shadow of a humanoid. It's got arms and legs, and it's just kind of moving as though, like, say, like you took a doll and just kind of like dragged it along the floor by its head. That is kind of the sense that you get from this shadow, just kind of moving across the snow.
That was more Satan's expression than Koi's.
What? What
Do you
is
look-
that?
Do you look up?
Look up.
Yeah.
Okay. What you see is not a humanoid creature. It is something that is even more strange. Give me a nature check or a survival check.
Everyone or just Kuori?
Anyone who's looking up at this thing.
Okie dokie.
15.
15? Okay.
Nature or survival?
Yeah.
It's like Kuori looks up, everyone else looks up at the same time.
What you see, sort of circling overhead like a buzzard, it has outstretched feathered wings. However, everything else about it is basically a deer with antlers, and it is just circling above you. And it begins to circle lower and lower. And Kuori, you suddenly realize with a chill through your blood that this is a heart-seeking periton, and and it is
Nice in the courtyard.
The
Mr.
fact
Hart?
that it has a humanoid shadow means that it is out for blood. Roll initiative.
Kuori's like, we gotta go.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh,
Oh,
dear, oh
boy.
dear, oh dear.
That's a 9 for Hart.
And you know what? I think that we're at just about the right time to go on break. So
Perfect.
let's go on break while we get our initiative rolled up, and we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Wings, for running this game. I'm having a blast. We are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. Pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon.
Ready spaghetti.
Ready spaghettis. We have returned. We have rolled for initiative, and I'll be damned if we aren't ready for this. Guess what? I'm damned. Wings, take us away.
All right. there is a sharp turn from the Periton up above as it begins to dive, but at the top of the round, it is rocky.
How far out is it?
I'm going to say that it is at least 30 feet upwards.
Okay, I could hit these off. Cool. I'm going to throw a dart at it.
Mm-hmm.
Skeletor. 16.
A 16 is going to hit.
I will mark it as my favorite enemy.
Okay.
So the first dart will deal 11 points of damage. Here comes the second dart. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 hits.
8, 10. Second one's 14 points of damage.
All right. It's looking pretty rough. As these darts sink into its body, it kind of loses its balance in the air for a second, and then it steadies out, and it folds its wings as it goes into a full-on dive. You see it open its curiously deer-like mouth, like just the cute little nose and muzzle and such. The lips peel back to reveal fangs instead of, more herbivorous teeth. And it reaches forward with its talons, and it's going to go straight for Hart. Hart, does a 13 hit you?
A 13 does not.
Okay.
That's why your boy carries a shield.
It is flying directly down towards you with its antlers out and also its talons. So what it does is that it just kind of as soon as it reaches the ground, it flaps back down again and brings its antlers up to try and just catch you under the chin with it. And you are able to dodge backwards, probably remembering this from your youth. Dodging antlers is something that you learned how to do. And then as a part of that movement, it's going to reach out with those talons and try and grab you.
No grabby hands.
Okay, how about a 19 to hit?
That'll do her, Chief.
All right, that's going to be 8 piercing damage. As it just reaches out with its claws and rakes across your abdomen. And then it continues to fly away. And with its flyby, it does not provoke an opportunity attack. It's going to fly 30 feet away from you guys and about 20 feet up in the air. And as it does this, Hart, it is your turn. You hear another screech from a ways off, and you see another shadow making its way towards you. It seems that there is 2 of them. Can't hear you.
Oh, that's because I did the thing where I muted myself in order to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hart is... Let me see here.
And we've got Kuori on deck.
Fuck. Okay, Hart is going to raise up his quarterstaff. And I don't think that I need to be in my starry form to use Magic Missile.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, I completely forgot. He does an extra 9 damage as a part of his dive attack.
Oh, good! That's a good number to remember.
And when I say he, I do mean she, because this is a lady.
Well, that's fine. Because what I am going to do is that I will go into my starry form, and Hart pulls out his map. I don't think Kuori would have been paying attention. Rocky wouldn't have been paying attention. It would have only been Lydia who saw the map to begin with. But Hart is still going to say the phrase burning star very low to himself. And he is going to assume his starry form, but I am going to choose starry form chalice as my bonus action. And then for my spell, I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself. And as part of Starry Form Chalice, whenever I use a spell that consumes a spell slot that would heal somebody, I can roll a d8 and then add 3 to it. So I basically double Cure Wounds myself for the cost of 1.
Damn.
So first is 7 plus 3. So I regain 10. And then for the Form of the Chalice edition, I gain another 10. So I'm back to full.
All right.
Haha! So that is my turn. Is healing myself. And now there is a Kuori. This is the first time you'd be seeing it, and Rocky caught like a side glance of it, but where Hart would be standing, instead, like it's like starry night sky blackness seeped out of the map that he was holding in his hands, and now he is just like this star person with a burning eye where his eye normally would be, you know, milked over from a wound.
When Hart does this, it's like he's like a silhouette just filled with stars. It's like a masking layer for those of us.
Static background, but moving top layer.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Sheep in the Big City? Nights in the Courtyard. Kuori, it's you with Lydia on deck.
Corey's going to curse under her breath, and then they're going to take out their longbow and make a ranged attack. And she first, if you would see the camera through her point of view, she first points it at Hart, not to shoot, but almost just looking, and then moves up and points the arrow to the Periton. And she tries to hit it.
Let's see it.
Um, 22.
22 will definitely hit.
2 points of damage.
All right. Anything else for you, Kuori?
No, that's all I got.
Awesome. All right.
Level 2.
Lydia, it's you.
Seeing this creature dive bomb Hart and inflicting great wounds, even though Hart has patched himself up and turned to this starry form, Lydia will grasp her raven emblem.
Mm-hmm.
And you see as this lilac and silver smoke starts to fill the area as she casts Twilight Sanctuary, which is her channel divinity. And so I will write it in the Discord as well, but just as a note for the players, every time you end your turn inside the sphere, you gain 1d6 plus 2 temporary hit points. So while it doesn't heal you, it gives you...
You know, it's nice to have a little pillow.
Yes. So that is... And then I will move towards Hart as much as possible to be as close.
Okay. On its turn, the other Periton is going to make a beeline for the tasty elf. You hear another shriek, which sounds eerily like a deer call that just becomes very shrill and harsh at the end. All right. I don't think an 11's gonna hit you, as its antlers miss you again. I think you just kind of sidestep it. However, it is going to try and grab you. I need you to oppose a grapple check with some athletics or acrobatics, Hart.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Mm-hmm.
They are the same. 15.
All right. You needn't have bothered. It rolled a 1.
Okay.
Its claws just sort of scrape along your clothes. You can feel the cloak kind of lift up off your shoulders briefly as it continues to fly by you. It'll go about 30 feet away. Once again, staying up in the air. Rocky, it's your turn.
Guess he's gonna target the injured one and launch another volley. 23 for the first.
23 will definitely hit.
6, 8, 10 points of piercing damage.
All right. How do you kill this thing?
Don't these things have damage resistance to non-magical?
Shoot.
That's yeah, because like from what I remember, they have really little hit points, but we don't have magical weapons.
Danae can read very quickly, just having all this damage. Carry on.
Is what we will
Cool.
soon be.
Oh gosh, you guys are in trouble.
I'm in danger.
The
You're in
second
danger.
one is a 19 for 6 points of piercing damage.
All right, 19 will definitely hit.
And Rocky's going to move up to stand back to back with Hart.
All right. Excellent. This Periton is going to pivot and come on back and try and harry Hart. You can see a desperate look in her eyes, Hart. They are just bloodshot, and there is foam flecking at the sides of her mouth. And she shrieks as she comes at you. That's another natural 1. I'm getting rid of this dice.
You don't have to.
All right, I don't think a 10 hits you.
No.
All right. At this point, you're just kind of getting battered by wings as they continue to just sort of like swoop down at you. It's like magpies swooping season. All right, Hart, it is your turn. Kuori's on deck.
All right, Hart is going to look up in the direction of the Periton that did him the damage that, up until we read the rules, wasn't doing so great. So I am going to use my star map feature, and cast my magic missile towards this fool, which auto hits with 3d4.
Yeah, do.
And where's another one? These are all good. Okay. So they take 12 points of force damage.
All right. Now, how do you kill this thing?
In his starry form, Hart, like, regularly, Hart would be, like, trembling at the sight of these things. This is no fucking good. You don't mess with these creatures. Starry form Hart simply raises a hand like it's the most natural thing, puts the flat of his hand in the direction of this Periton, and it looks like 3 stars just launch from his palm. There's no recoil. They just simply fire, each finding their target unerringly, and then they move their hand in the direction of the next one that's coming. And as a bonus action, can I even do anything? Can druids do things on their bonus action besides just be a druid? No.
Nope. Not unless you're in archer form.
Yeah, I am not. I'm in chalice, so that's it for me.
All right. Kuori, it is your turn. With a Lydia on deck.
Is Hart falling now?
No, I wasn't grabbed.
Oh, I thought you were. God, I thought you were.
No,
grabbed
they rolled a
since I
nat
died.
1.
Completely missed.
And they're all still up in the air.
Mm-hmm. Well,
The other one?
one of them is falling
Yeah, yeah.
because it has perished, and the other one is still kind of reeling around and getting ready to decide its next actions.
I will try to hit it again with my longbow.
All right, have a go.
20, not natural.
Definitely hit. Let's see some damage.
3.
Alrighty. Plink. Lydia, it's your turn.
Okay, so there's Lydia takes a look at the remaining foe, seeing that Starheart has bested the first one, and she will raise a hand towards it as you see dark, thick purple smoke once again shoot from her wrist with these silver flecks that elongate into daggers as she casts guiding bolts. So that is a 23 to hit.
Definitely hits.
That's 4d6 of radiant damage. So that's 11 points of radiant damage.
Amazing. All right.
And the next attack on it has advantage.
Okay. On its turn, this Periton will cry out as it sees its mate thoomph, land in the snow. And having lost its motivation to pursue a kill, it shrieks at you guys and retreats.
Kuori's gonna just slowly look over to Hart. Just wait and see if he changes back.
Also, you're muted.
How far away does it get before my next turn?
It will get 120 feet away.
So it's 100. It's more than 120 away from me, right?
Yes.
Okay,
It
cool.
would be an additional 30 feet, so it's 150 feet away.
Yeah. In this form, Hart doesn't want to like chase after it. Just stays in this until like combat is clearly over and there's not going to be anything that like comes back.
All right.
Yeah. And I feel like if nothing happens, like
Kuori, with your previous check, you would know that a female Periton will seek out a fresh humanoid heart, like a beating heart, in order to reproduce. They must consume a heart, and then they can go and make babies. They prefer elves. They're just tastier.
I'll leave that for campfire talk.
Well,
In
guess-
the meantime, yeah.
I guess she really was looking for a heart, quite literally. Are you okay, Hart? Do you need any?
I feel like that's around the point that like the star version dissipates, but it's just like and then he's just kind of like back in the same place that he was standing in the starry form. And his map would be hanging down, I think. And Lydia, you would see that, like you've seen Hart be working on this map and him finger painting. The map looks like it's made of like really intricate brush strokes now. And he just sort of like jumbles it up into a really unceremonious thing and like tucks it into his bag. And just, we got it, right?
Pats Hart's shoulder. Yeah, buddy, we totally got it.
Cool. Did anyone else get hit by that? That hurt a lot.
I think it was after you because you were an elf. But
That's rude.
did you see that Lydia's like kind of looking at Hart a little bit weirder than she normally would. She was like, "Oh, did you see Rocky took care of it?"
Well, let's not. I didn't really.
At
And Hart
Let's
just
keep
sort of
going.
Hart, Hart, I think what I'm asking is when you're in that form, do you remember what's going on
Yeah.
when that happens? Okay, never mind then. Good job killing it. Sorry, I didn't mean to try and take that away from you. Just was trying to see if you were you
Yeah.
when you're like that.
And he just gives you this like, kind of look. He has almost no idea what you're talking about.
Can I just Lydia is trying to determine whether or not Hart is being truthful about the fact that he is conscious when he's in star form.
Sounds like an insight check.
May I get a vibe check, please?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That is not a vibe.
All right. Ashley Johnson, don't fail me now. Oh, I have proficiency. Okay. That would be a 22 total.
That is twice the persuasion that I was trying to roll. He isn't lying when he says that he's unconscious. But you're thinking that there might be something more going on? Just saying.
So wait, sorry. Hart knows what's going on when he's in star form,
Yep.
or he does? Okay.
He does, but you're not, like, the way that he's making it describe is that he might not be present.
Interesting.
Art's not here right now.
This is Davy.
All right.
Rock is gonna do his best to salvage this Prayton and then take some of his darts back.
All right. You will have one more. Go ahead and give me a survival check for that. This Periton is just a jumble of feathers, charred, lying in the snow.
23.
Excellent. You get anything you need from this corpse.
Hey, look, I'm Hart.
Yep.
Bloody.
Well, let's keep going then, shall we?
Yeah. Hart, do you need any healing? Does anybody need any healing? I know that we're.
I'm feeling really, like, looking at the wounds that Hart sustained, like, with the Periton. They're all gone. He's fully recovered. His
Okay.
clothes are a little bit torn. Like, a mending would probably go a longer way than a healing spell.
Okay. All right, then let's get a move on before it decides to come back.
You will need to rest one more time before you arrive at Kelvin's Cairn. So give me some watches.
Lydia will again volunteer for first watch.
Okay.
Second.
Like, third or last.
All right. Roll them for me.
All right, you can have the night off.
Yeah, he'll just hang out. Like, he only needs to meditate for 4 hours. He'll just, like, hang out with first and last watch if there's 3 of them.
Yeah. 3?
It's a 3.
With
right.
advantage?
Oh no! Do
'Cause
I
I'm
get
helping,
advantage?
right?
Sure.
Okay.
If Hart's helping, you can have
Yeah.
advantage.
Oh, and it would have been a 4 technically. I just rolled double nat ones,
Great. That's
Ooh.
great.
so it's still a 4. It's a 4 technically.
Well done. Okay. And then it would be Rocky, then Kuori.
23.
All right. And Kuori?
14.
Or 21, sorry.
14. All right. Cool. Well, I'm just gonna dark from the perspective that it matters. Hart, as you are resting tonight, you see a dark-haired gnome standing in front of a mirror. And you can see the gnome's reflection in that mirror. And you're not able to determine the gender of said gnome. Both the gnome and the reflection, they have minor differences between them, but it's hard to tell like anything aside from dark-haired gnome. And the gnome kind of turns and looks in your direction, and then the
Question.
like absent from the reflection. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does the gnome in the mirror turn to look at me, and the one looking at the mirror stay straight, or is it the gnome?
Like the gnome standing in front of the mirror turns to look at you, but the one in the mirror continues to look at the gnome standing in front of you.
Gotcha.
And so just kind of confronted with this oxymoron, really. The dream is about to continue when you are awakened by something chomping into your leg and pulling. Kuori, while you are on watch, you hear the sound of something digging outside your snow cave. And then there is a shuffling noise as Hart is pulled through a hole by some sort of creature that, like this, you are able to determine that a creature has dug into your cave and grabbed your elf.
Can I, as I see that, can I try and pull and grab him?
You grab him and pull back.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is my elf.
Sure, you just reach out and you drag him back in, and you drag a sled dog in with him that's just like glommed onto his trouser leg, and it like is just kind of like pulling like kind of like insistently and yet somewhat playfully. I think that this is enough commotion to awaken the rest of the folks in the
I
cave.
kind of look to the dog and say, drop it.
It like looks at you, like kind of wagging its tail slowly, but like kind of has like that apologetic look of like, I don't want to drop this.
Drop it.
What is that in your mouth?
Rocky, you recognize this dog.
Oh?
Yeah, this belongs to a guide friend of yours. His name is Garrett. This dog's name is Boy.
Hey, Boy!
He drops Hart immediately and then bounces over to you, Rocky, just wagging his tail.
Grabs him by the scruff and then like just...
Are you okay?
Hart's eyes have like rolled back. He's just like foaming at the mouth. Like this is pure terror for him.
Are you okay, Hart? Hart, are you okay?
He's fine, but I feel like he just stays like that for a while.
I just throw him over my shoulder.
Boy is a mutt of a dog. It's got kind of like the one flopped ear and the one pointed ear.
Aww.
And it's smaller than a husky. I feel like the stereotype of sled dogs is huskies, but it's not a husky. It's kind of like a mixed breed sort of critter. It's got dark fur and then like tan underbelly sort of thing going on. And it barks at you, Rocky, and kind of turns in a circle and then like does the like play bow. And then it goes to the cave mouth and then barks at you again.
Where's your papa? He's going to
whines.
walk over. All right. I think one of my guide friends is out there somewhere, and Boy's a little boisterous, but
Bork.
Might need a little help. He'll grab his cloak and throw it on.
All right. Everybody stay close.
What's my compatriot's name again? Sorry.
Your compatriot's name is Garrett.
Garrett.
He has a last name too. I'm gonna.
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
His name is my name too. Garrett Velron. He's married to a scrimshander named Keegan.
Oh yeah. All right, boy. Let's go find your dad.
Bork, bork. Boy will run out ahead of you across the snow. And of course, he can move faster than you. So he will lead you towards Kelvin's Cairn, and then he'll come back to you and then bark again. He just kind of rubber bands back and forth, trying to get you to follow him.
Yeah.
All right.
Try his best to keep up.
All right. Rocky is heading out ahead. Everybody has already had a long rest. This interruption occurred close enough to when you would have woken up that I'm willing to say that you guys are fully rested. However, it is still the dark of the morning hours, and you can see the aurora that is the Rime of the Frostmaiden across the sky.
Kuori will follow. And make sure everyone stays together.
Would I know
She's
that
momming friend this. She's friend momming this.
is yelling here a bad idea?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Especially as
If
you
Rocky asks that, you just hear an instant yes.
This
from
is
Kuori.
RJ asking because I don't
Okay.
know exactly where in the cairn we are.
especially as you get closer to the mountain, it would not be a good idea to make any loud noises around this much loosely packed snow.
Mm-hmm.
And every now and then when Boy comes back to you, you can see that he is wearing his sled dog harness. However, it has been torn as it seems that he has freed himself of it.
Lydia is trying to determine whether or not she has any spells that would help in this situation.
We'll never be safe again. The dogs can come and get us at any point, at any time, for any reason.
No, Hart.
Hart, you're
He wasn't.
overreacting.
He wasn't trying to hurt you. He was trying to get your attention.
That's what
Look.
they want you to think. They'll eat you. They'll eat us all.
No, boy wouldn't hurt a fly.
As you say that, there is the sound of howling in the distance.
Oh,
Much to Hart's chagrin, I'm sure. However, Boy just kind of like sits like stark straight up, and he responds to that howling and then barks back at you guys and runs ahead.
Okay.
Rocky's gonna quicken his pace.
Kuori's just gonna pick up both Lydia and Hart, just like.
All right. You see 2 tents pitched in the snow near a icy outcropping that acts as a natural windbreaker. Between the tents is an overturned sled. Still harnessed to the sled are 5 howling dogs.
Rocky's gonna try and calm him down.
Yep. They all kind of like gather around you needily. They are all like licking and whimpering. You can see that the sled it must have been turned over by the dogs. They're all still attached to their harness, and you can see the place where Boy broke free. The sled has been overturned, and they've been eating the rations, but you can tell that they are all cold, hungry, and miserable.
Starts unhooking them and then like leading them into a tent.
Is there any evidence of like blood or a struggle?
Give me an investigation check.
May I help? May I assist?
Absolutely.
Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. Okay. Oh, my investigation is not bad at all. 16 total.
16. All right. You find that there were actually 2 crates on the sled. One was broken open and emptied by the dogs. The other one seemed to have fallen out of their reach. They couldn't move the sled to get to it. Cracking it open, looking inside, you find enough food to feed 5 people for 3 days.
Do I recognize this sled?
That's a good question. I don't think that you are from Targos.
I'm just asking if it's the same sled that I saw.
Oh, yes.
Lucas.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, obviously. Yes, it is. Yes,
Ah,
of course it is.
shit. um, Kuori will look to Lydia and say, "This is the sled that Lucas was on when I saw him."
Wait. Okay. Spread out. Anybody check for any footprints, blood, anything like that?
Hart is going, like, as soon as you say that it was Lucas's cart, Hart will just start the ritual cast for Speak with Animals. It takes 10 minutes. So if everyone else is like spreading out and investigating shit, like, do that
will
first.
you tell us what you're doing?
I
Or would you just do it?
I feel like Hart would just start doing it. Like, you
Okay.
know that he always talks to animals anyways. Every
Yeah.
chance that he's gotten, he's like, let's see what the animals have to say. So, like, at this point, it's
like, okay.
you know what he's about to do.
Okay, Corey's gonna look to Lydia and say, "Before we spread out and separate, let Hart talk to the dogs, okay?"
Okay. Lydia's just scanning the horizon.
All right.
Why
Well,
don't you go
while-
check the tents?
Okay.
While Hart is preparing his ritual, I believe that Lydia can look around and find that there doesn't seem to be any evidence of a struggle. Aside from the disturbed snow around the dogs and the sled, it seems that they had knocked it over basically because they had been left unsupervised for too long and they had gotten hungry. Looking around, there is no sign of a struggle. There's no sign of foul play. There's no blood or anything around. It simply looks like an abandoned camp. Hart, you complete your ritual and begin speaking with the dogs.
Yeah. I feel like as, like, he casts it, and then, like, to Rocky, how did you get them to like you?
Food, mostly. Also, I play with Boy every now and again.
What if you don't inherently want to do either of those things?
He'll point on Boy and then scratch right behind the ear.
And
Oh, boy loves this.
Hart will,
He
like,
does the leg thing.
like, it takes so much for him to do this, and just like scritch,
Boy licks your
scritch,
hand.
scritch. Oh God, that's the worst. And like Hart even says, like, you've already had a taste of me. He's back for more. I don't know if it's for Lydia. Lydia needs this right now.
If it helps, and Rocky will sit crisscross applesauce and put Boy in his lap and just hold him back.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yep.
Kind and gracious boy. I have a question on behalf of those who do not speak our tongue.
His tongue is just lolling out of his mouth. He wraps it all the way around his snout and then, like, panting.
Have you seen that one but boy? And points to Lydia.
Looks over at Lydia, and you get an affirmative.
When you wound up like this, were they still here?
You mean... What do you mean
Like,
exactly?
still alive?
Mm-hmm. He tells you that his friend, Garrett, is still alive. I think that dogs have a capacity for names, so he is able to he is able to say, Garrett.
Garrett.
His friend Garrett is still alive, but he's in trouble. He's been hurt. He doesn't know where the rest of them are. He broke free of his harness after it was too long. He was gone for too long, so he broke free and he looked for him, and he found him, and he was hurt, so he left to get help.
Where is Garrett?
He can show you.
And Hart will lead the way, but he'll say, "Go on, boy, go get Garrett."
Yeah,
and,
boy gets the squirmies in Rocky's arms. Yeah, Rocky lets him go, and boy just
Hart will
kicks
follow
up
after
snow. Yep. He starts doing the rubber band act again, running ahead and barking loudly. You hear it echoing off of the mountain.
If I say this, I think Kuori's gonna get Lydia from the tents. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
I'll try to keep Boy's voice down.
Yeah. You can give him a command to be quiet. Give me an animal handling check.
Would he be able to have advantage if I relayed the message to Boy?
Sure.
Yeah. Just not so loud. It can cause a big bad thing.
23 from a 14. Thanks, Hart.
Excellent. All right. I think that Hart is in the middle of explaining this to Boy, and he's giving you the head tilt, I'm not entirely certain what you're talking about. And Rocky just full on gives him the command for quiet. And Boy is all like, "Oh, okay." So he will quietly lead you. In fact, he will even heal now that he has been given a command. And he starts leading you up the mountain. Yeah. As you are moving, the altitude or the air begins to grow thinner. You can hear the wind just whistling and blowing around these rocks that make up the mountain.
Question.
You've got a hand up. Yep.
Are we going together? Because I know that Lydia and Kuori wanted to look around the tents and stuff. So are we all going after Boy?
We're
Kuori,
following.
yeah, Kuori would have. She was outside seeing
Okay.
what was gonna happen, and once she saw you guys start heading off, she got Lydia from the tents and to start.
I actually had a question that I meant to ask during break, if we can, just for a moment.
Certainly. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. While we were back in Lonelywood, would it have been possible, is there the facilities where Lydia could have gotten a simple commission of some long but comfortable leather straps with a plank of wood so that she can stand on Kuori's back, so she does not have to be papoosed?
The little old scrimshander in Lonelywood would be happy to fabricate something like that for you guys.
Yeah, so it's just a plank that probably sits midway on Kuori's back, so that Lydia can use Kuori's shoulders.
I just have her as a backpack, basically.
Yeah,
She's standing on a
It's
plank.
multi-purpose.
I'm gonna call that 10 gold. It was a rush order.
Not a problem. I will spend the 10
Kuori,
gold.
it's basically one of those back brace things where you have to stand up a little bit straighter, and Lydia just got a standing desk.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a very, very light backpack to Kuori.
Yeah. I pulled 400 pounds of steel,
Yep.
of iron. I'm fine.
This is pert near nothing to you.
You're just picking up a bunch of grapes.
So Kuori and Lydia on her back will be following shortly.
The howling wind, blowing snow, and slippery ice make this climb treacherous. Ahead, you see 4 mountain goats perched on a large rock formation around which you must navigate. And as you get closer, you can see that they are largely indifferent to you guys, but as you get closer and closer, they all just start bleeding at you.
With a T, not a D, right? They're not bleeding at us.
With a T.
Okay, cool.
They're doing the thing that Frankie does, where like you get close to them and the proximity alarm goes off.
That's fair.
No, the ghosts just start bleeding out of their eyes.
Ah,
Without like to
knowing
live
me,
deliciously.
honestly.
That's why I just wanted to throw that out there.
Knowing that's not too far from reality, that could 100% happen in one of my games. But no, these are mundane mountain goats, and they seem to be unbothered by the wind, but they are bothered by you.
Checks out.
Mm-hmm. I will. Can I make like a animal handling check or a way to kind of like shoo these goats off?
Sure. Go ahead and give it to me. The animal handling check, that is.
Okay, I only have a +1, but I rolled a 17, so an 18.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah, you're able to kind of like just sort of walk up to them, and like, just like you just look at them, and like they're all like bleeding all at once, and then as soon as your eyes reach theirs, they all just go, oh, okay, and then they just slowly walk away, like, okay, we don't want any trouble here. Like one by one, they all just sort of like haltingly, all right, I guess we're leaving.
And we're going. It's okay to pass now, we're good. Let's just keep ushering everyone and following Boy.
All right. You're moving quietly, carefully, picking your way across the snow. At some point, you find that there is a large expanse of just glistening white, tightly packed snow. And as you get about halfway across this expanse, there is a loud crack from higher up the mountain, following by a rumbling noise as the ground starts to shake.
No.
You look up and there's just like the snow is starting to kick up into clouds, and it is coming towards you. It is an avalanche. I need a marching order from you guys. How far from each other are you? I know that Lydia's on Kuori's back.
Hart was probably on the lead with Rocky nearby, following after Boy.
Okay, so how far from each other would you say that you are?
Maximum 10 feet. It's like 5,
yeah,
5,
Kuori
5.
has. I've been saying that Kuori has made sure that the group stays together because she knows how dangerous distance can be out here.
Gotcha. All right. So I'll say that Hart's in the front, Rocky's right behind him, and then it's Kuori with Lydia on her back. Here's how this is going to work. We're going to roll initiative, and you guys have to either outrun this avalanche or get hit by an avalanche. You need to
You either die or you die.
You need to get 100 feet before this avalanche catches up with you. And when that avalanche catches up with you, you are not sure, but you will find out. So give me some initiative, please.
Ashley Johnson, don't fail me now.
Modified 20.
18.
Also a dirty 20.
21.
Does Lydia even get initiative because she's on Kuori's back?
She does get initiative. She might not be using her movement, but it's entirely possible that she could do something to help you move faster. And it was 21 for Rocky?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looking up this hill, the avalanche seems to be about 500 feet away. You hear the crack, and then rumble, and then
You hear uh-oh from Kuori.
Yep. And you see Boy just take off. At the top of the initiative, it is Rocky. What do you do?
He turns back to Kuori and kind of like reaches a hand out. Actually, no, this is range of self. Never mind. Rocky's gonna run forward, grab Hart by the waist, and then cast Zephyr Strike on himself. So
All
his
right.
movement speed is increased by 30 feet.
Okay.
And he's gonna move the 60.
All right. You get 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hart, what do you do on your turn?
Fuck. Well,
You have been moved 60 feet by Rocky.
Could I drop him off and say run to him so I can go help Kuori?
Okay.
Hart will. So I got moved 60 feet.
Yes.
Okay. Question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Could you, allow an earth tremor spell to try and go up higher above us where the avalanche is coming from to try and like create a little bit of an archway? Like if something like came out above us and created like a shelf or a little bit of an angle so that way snow like tapered off rather than hitting us direct.
This sounds like a different spell.
Move Earth.
Yeah, move Earth.
Shit, never mind then. Yeah, if
Earth
there's
tremor,
another
I think would
if there's another
Exacerbate
spell
the
for
problem.
it, yeah, it's if Earth Tremor could not fix it, if there's another spell that does that thing, I do not. It would be control water because it would be snow, if
Right.
anything.
I am all on board for trying to finagle something like this, but I will say that it will be infinitely hard. Well, not infinitely.
Infinitesimally harder.
It will be harder than, just casting the spell to do it. If you want to attempt this, you will have to make a check, and there's a possibility that it will fail.
Okay, instead, I am going to run past the like buffering range.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to use my cantrip to pull out a seed from my pocket and prep a thorn whip on one of my party members who gets within 10 feet of the barrier. Like if they end their turn less than 10 feet away from the safe zone, because I will try and attack them because thorn whip can pull them closer. So if they end close to the barrier, I would like to pull them out.
Okay. You had like 40 more feet to go. I believe as a wood elf, your movement speed is 35.
35, yes.
All right. Gosh, that is so close. Like that, you are 95 feet.
I know. That's fine.
Okay.
I'll let it happen.
Right. Okay. All right. So basically what you're waiting for is for somebody to get within 15 feet?
At this point, if they are within 30 feet of me, I will yoink.
Oh, you can do that from 30 feet away?
Yeah, Thorn Whip is a 30-foot range, yeah.
All right, so that was Hart's turn. Lydia, you are on Kuori's back. What is your move?
Since Lydia is on Kuori's back, I have create or destroy water. And obviously, it's not powerful enough to do anything about the avalanche, but is there a way for me to, like, melt the snow, which would give Kuori a little bit more movement, at least on the path that we're running?
This is a creative thought.
I don't know if it would work.
I'm gonna say that it's not going... Well, okay, create or destroy water. If you created something like a windbreak in front of you to stop the snow, I think that it would be more useful for you to hold an action and say, if we don't get out of this, I'm going to create I'm going to create some snow in front of us to break the hit.
The avalanche.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right. Are you cool with that? Is that a go?
Yes.
Okay. Kuori.
This bitch is dashing, so we're doing 60 feet of
All right.
movement.
60 feet of movement.
Yeah.
That gets you within 35 feet of Hart. I'm going to call it close enough. So Hart, your Thorn Whip will trigger.
I'm making an attack against them because that's
All
what
right.
Thorn
I
Whips
trust
do.
Hart, so she's just gonna take it.
You allow it to hit.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and do the damage of a Thorn Whip,
Okay.
but you are able to pull Kuori to you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you take the full 6.
That's fine.
She can take it. All right. So, how far did you make it, Rocky?
If they've basically gotten there, he's going to just move on towards Hart then.
Okay.
He was on the process of turning around to go help them.
Right. We are. You are in the process of turning around to help them, and Kuori sprints past you. You look ahead and see Boy has gotten away. Hart grabs onto Kuori, pulls her towards him. On an initiative count of 10, the avalanche moves 300 feet. And then on an initiative count of 0, the avalanche moves another 300 feet. It envelops you. Lydia, your create water goes off. The all 4 of you look up and realize that you're not quite gonna make it. And that create water goes off. And Lydia, you break the initial impact of the snow. However, it does still bury the 3 of you. Rocky, you're gonna take the full hit.
Could I have pushed Kuori and Lydia away?
Kuori, Lydia, and Hart are basically going to be fine. You
good.
were farthest back in the end.
Sounds about right.
Give me a strength saving throw.
I'm proficient in these. 18?
18's going to be good. Let me just roll these dice. You're going to take half of 10, so 5 bludgeoning damage.
And I'm down.
As the snow hits you like a truck. And so basically, like, you get hit by this snow, it crushes you into the ground, and then you hear it just kind of like build up on top of you, and then finally settle.
A real quick question for Liz. How long does the temp HP from your Twilight Sanctuary last?
It would have only lasted a minute.
Okay.
It's gone, I'm sorry.
It's alright.
It is dark, but there, if you open your eyes, there is a faint light coming from above. You are all buried. You are blinded and restrained. However, you have 3 chances to dig yourself out with an athletics check. So start rolling them.
11 on the first.
That's a failure.
Question.
20 on the second.
That's a success. Rocky pops out of the snow like a daisy.
Okay. Never mind. I'm going to try and do it myself. Natural 20.
Hart, you just like poof, explode out of the side of this snow because you were only 5 feet from safety. Boy is just kind of sitting there panting and looking at you. It is clear that he was about to go and try and dig you out.
Hart will reach into his bags and pull out a ration and extend it to Boy. And if Boy gets close enough, then like scritch behind ear.
Give me a roll, Kuori. 19. All right. You were basically right next to Hart anyway. I think that what happened here is that you just kind of pushed him out the side of the snow wall. And then you just step out, brushing yourself off, and then you check to make sure that Lydia is still there. She is there, but she is covered in snow.
I just kind of do this where I take her and I just shake her. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. I'm gonna put her back there, and I'm gonna kind of carefully climb over the avalanche and extend a hand out to Rocky to help him down.
Well, everybody got all their bits and bobs.
Got all my bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Points to Hart and Lydia.
Hey, wait, am I Bit or am I Bob?
I feel like since Hart is
Yes.
still like up to his chest in the snow, Boy is giving him face licks, and he's just like, no, does not want this dog to give him affection.
Akin to like the first time they met, Kuori just
Oh, the smell.
like a carrot.
Boy is just kind of bouncing excitedly next to you guys, and then suddenly he goes alert, and you see him like look off into the distance, and then he darts away.
Oh boy.
Follow that boy.
Guess we're still going.
He
How did
begins,
their ride get so far away from that man?
he begins to bark, and you see him skid to a stop at a dark spot in the snow. You reach a steep, snow-covered incline dotted with jagged rocks, and lying face down in the snow, barely conscious, a humanoid in bloodstained. It is a humanoid in bloodstained cold weather clothing.
Garrett.
Do we recognize the humanoid?
You do not. However, Rocky does. It is in fact Garrett.
Rocky runs over. Garrett, you son of a knucklehead trout.
He groans, and you can't tell whether he's groaning because Rocky has arrived or because he's probably in immense pain. You choose to believe the second thing.
Last time I saw you face down in the snow, who was it? Keegan caught you out drinking again.
Rocky, why don't we
He raises one finger, and it's shaking a little bit, and he's all like, "Not now, Rocky."
You'll hop off of Corey's back and run over
Yeah.
and cast Cure Wounds at first level.
As you run up to him, you can see that he has clearly fallen quite a distance. Looking up, you can see farther up the place that he must have fallen from, and it's much farther than you would prefer to fall. But his wounds go farther than just the broken bones and bruises that you would have received from a fall like that. The snow did cushion him a little bit, but as you reach out and begin to heal him, you can see that there is blood on his clothes, and it is from large claws. And he kind of starts to roll onto his side, and Boy begins to lick his face. You can see that he's got a big, bushy ginger beard, and he is wearing kind of a slouchy toque. And he begins to thank you for saving his life. When I better check and make sure. Yeah, okay. When there is a snarling sound, and he goes, "Uh-oh,
Oh, John.
uh-oh, John," and
Rocky.
Oh, Rocky.
turning around, you see that there is an enormous, white, shaggy, feline creature with glistening eyes standing on top of a rock. It seems that somebody else had found this wounded person and had other things in mind. It is a crag cat, and I need you all to roll initiative.
Why
Remember
did
when we used to just not have
roll
to fight?
Remember we befriended everything and didn't have combat until session
Yeah.
4?
You guys used up
Danae
your
was Wings is like, I'm not gonna give you like intelligent beings that you can befriend. I'm just gonna make you fight nature.
Listen.
I feel like you used up your befriend credit in the first couple
Our
episodes.
diplomatic immunity has been used.
You guys hit second level. The training wheels are off.
Oh, baby, it's fine.
Icewind Dale is a dangerous place full of predators, and they all want to eat your
Eat your
bones.
face.
Yes. Your bones and your face and your friends.
You know, I should probably stop rolling my Ashley Johnson, who's notoriously bad for rolling low initiative die, for initiative, because that's another natural one.
Oh my goodness.
Stop.
So, what is your full initiative though, Lydia? 2. Okay. Rocky, what's your initiative?
18.
Nice. Kuori.
19.
Alrighty. And Hart.
6.
6. Okay. For the first round, you guys are all going to be surprised as this crag cat gets the drop on you. Eeny, meeny, miny.
Well,
Rocky. Okay. The crag cat is going to pounce on you.
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough. Yep. So this thing is it's mostly fur. It's just pure white. You know the texture of like polar bear fur?
Mm-hmm.
It blends in almost perfectly with the snow. And it just kind of bounces down the crags and comes at you snarling, teeth exposed and claws unsheathed. So I will roll. Does a 18 hit you?
Just.
Okay. It lands on top of you, sinking its teeth into your shoulder, and you take 8 piercing damage.
Oof.
And a second crag cat is going to bounce down and go for Kuori. Does a
hit me.
16 hit you?
No.
All right, Kuori, at the last second, while everybody is distracted by the terrible thing that's happening to Rocky, you kind of feel the wind move behind you, and you are able to turn around just in time to kind of redirect this thing into the snow beside you, and it skids, just sort of leaving a trough in the snow, and it snarls. We're going to go back to the beginning of initiative with the crag cat that's on Rocky. It sure would like to eat your face. But I don't think it will because an 8 is not going to hit you. So you are like... Oh, wait, hold on. Roll me a strength saving throw.
Is a 20 gonna do it?
Yeah, 20 is gonna do it. So it's trying to push you down. It's trying to push you prone. Instead, it's just kind of sinking its teeth into your shoulder, and the two of you are kind of wrestling. But you are still on your feet. Kuori, it is your turn with Rocky on deck.
I'm going to currently only have one action. I'm gonna hit it with my longsword. Take out her shield. 19 to hit.
All right, a 19 will definitely hit a crag cat.
And it'll be 7 points of slashing damage.
Alrighty. This guy does not have resistance, so he takes the full 7. You see, it's the one that's after you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see a red line open up across its shoulder, and it snarls at you like, "Row!"
Kuori just does a strange, almost like deep guttural like growl from her chest back.
Oof. You know how to speak its language. Rocky, it's your turn with Garrett on deck.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Denny. If it matters, when I cast Cure Wounds on Garrett, it healed him for 8 total. So.
It does matter. Thank you. But yes, it is Rocky's turn.
Rocky's gonna cast Zephyr Strike on himself again. He's gonna move 15 feet away and then launch a dart at the cat. I get advantage on this, and it doesn't provoke attack of opportunity because that's how Zephyr Strike works, which is neat.
All right.
Natural 20 for 26.
Ah, hell yeah.
When it hits, I'm gonna target it as my favorite foe.
All right.
So, geez. Sorry, hold on. That's 13 plus 5, 18 plus... Any resistances that I have to worry about?
Not any that you have to worry about, I don't think.
Okay. It takes... Is that right? 30 points of damage.
Jesus. I guess it is a natural 20.
It's a natural 20. Deal 2d4 plus 6, and then another 2d4 for my favorite, and then 2d8.
Okay.
So...
This is a near mortal wound. You've basically split this thing's throat open. It is
There's
looking very rough.
blood leaking from Rocky's face, and he bares his teeth.
All right.
It's
That
just
was
Rocky and Kuori just growling back at these things.
They did just choose the survivalists to pounce on. So, all
Oh,
right.
please
I
heal
think
me. I'm in danger.
Garrett is lying prone in the snow. He is going to quickly draw his longbow and try and provide some covering fire. That is definitely going to hit. He's going to do the remaining 6 damage that he needs to do to take out the crag cat that Rocky is facing off with. You see an arrow sprout from its eye, and it kind of rears back, snarling for a second, and like reaches up to paw, and then it falls limp into the snow. He has multi-attack, so he's going to go ahead and attack the other crag cat. That's a natural 1. So he turns his arrow to attack the other one, and there's a hitch in his shoulder as he hasn't been fully healed yet, and he cries out and the arrow goes wide. It is now the crag cat on Kuori's turn. It is going to attempt to do a heckin' bite upon you. That's a 17 on the die. I think it's going to hit you. It does 8 piercing
It
damage.
does not hit.
It doesn't hit?
No.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me actually add how much it is. 22?
22 does hit.
Okay, so 8
Okay, I thought
piercing damage.
17 was the, yeah.
It was
it's-
17 on the die. Sorry, I was
Okay.
trying to avoid math.
My bad, I misunderstood.
Oh, no worries. So yeah, chomp chomp, Kuori. And on Boy's turn, he's gonna run over and bark at the crag cat, granting pack tactics to anyone who attacks it.
I'm in danger.
All right, Hart, it's your turn.
Okay. Hart is so Cragcat is on Kuori. It's looking bad. Looking okay.
The crag cat that's on Kuori looks okay.
Okay.
Kuori doesn't look okay.
Yeah, Hart's going to use his star map feature and cast a magic missile at this crag cat.
Alrighty.
So that is for 10 points of force damage.
All right. And it just hits automatically?
Yeah.
All right, cool. 10 points of force damage?
Yes.
Alrighty. It is Lydia's turn. Kuori on deck.
Okay. 2 questions first.
Mm-hmm.
One, This is the same day as our previous interaction, correct? With the creatures that,
Titans.
yeah,
No, it's a
that
different
is
thing.
It is the
attacked Hart.
the following day.
It's the following day because I got
Yeah.
bit by boy
Yeah.
last night.
Well, he didn't bite you. He was just trying to get you to help him.
He pulled me through the snow. I was a dead man.
a dead elf.
I also did want to stipulate what the rules would be. I know that a lot of DMs have different rules for multiple spells per turn, because the rules that I'm familiar with are as long as one of them is a cantrip, it's
Yep.
fine.
That's fine. Yep.
Okay,
Correct. I think that's rules as written.
excellent. Well, that no longer. So Lydia, seeing her friends injured, will once again clasp at her crow symbol, raven symbol, and cast Twilight Sanctuary. So that won't help until the end of your next turn, but you will get some temporary HP. Again, it's 1d6 plus 2. And then she will, as a bonus action, cast Healing Word no, she's gonna cast it for Kuori. Sorry, Rocky.
Seems about right.
It's all right. I've got a plan.
Which I got a 4, so it's 7.
Nice.
There you go, 7 hit points back.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And that's it for Lydia.
Alrighty, Kuori, it's you with Rocky on deck.
Sorry, I just saw the comment. That is not Fergalicious. Okay, she, with a little bit of healing burst, she's going to stand defensively again against this crag cat and try and slash at it once more.
Alrighty.
23.
23 definitely hits. Do me some damage.
Ooh, 9 points of damage.
Alrighty. This thing takes a licking and keeps on kicking. It snarls at you.
I snarl back. Can I use my free action to snarl back?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Both of you are definitely, like, just passively, like, always free action snarling.
Oh, yeah.
Always be snarling. Okay.
Always be
Rocky, it's you with Garrett on deck.
Well, here we go. Rocky's going to go to his hips and he pulls out 2 bone short swords made out of donkey jawbone.
Ooh, that's cool.
And he's going to and there's a mark of Cain on his arm.
Knights in the courtyard, I suppose.
Yeah. He's gonna run up and hit it twice. Does a 16 hit on the first?
Yes, it does.
For 5 points of slashing damage.
Go on.
And a 19 on the second for 10 points of slashing damage.
How do you kill this thing?
You
would have had advantage, by the way, because Bork.
Oh, okay. Well, basically the cloak flares back as he jumps forward in like, oh god, how to explain this to people who don't play Dark Souls? Steven, it's the Obakadachi jump.
So you jump, but as you're in mid-air, it seems like everything slows down around you, and then you just appear on the other side with your arms outstretched in a slashing motion, almost as if the scene was directed by Zack Snyder.
Mm-hmm. And then there is a spray of blood from the saber cat, and it falls.
And then Rocky looks around wildly if there's any more.
It seems that you are alone.
Okay. Why don't we... Kuori just puts her sword back and her shield back. Why don't we take the wounded back, eh?
I'm all out of healing for right now, but
Garrett kind of stands up, and you can see he's holding what appears to be a dislocated shoulder. And he says, that would be nice, but I can't leave. Not yet.
Is Garrett the only one of us that looks messed up?
Oh, Rocky's super fucked up.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm a little bloody.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine too. So Hart's gonna go
Not as
over.
spell slots though.
Hart's gonna go over to Rocky and just sort of like butt his head against like Rocky's bitch edge shoulder, and you're gonna get a D8 of healing. D8 plus 3. You got
Rocky's
6.
bitch head's shoulder.
No, Hart like booped, like forehead onto Rocky's shoulder. Unless I go back and listen to it, and I
curls Rocky's shoulder.
So, Hart gores my shoulder.
your forehead, not antlers.
Okay.
It's like how a
friendly
cat will
time.
give like headbutts to people. Like Hart just like boop.
Rocky's just gonna give him a head pat.
Hart, nobody understands us horse girls.
No one.
No one.
Yeah, so I'll use one of my
But the
spell
horse
slots.
does.
How much? Sorry.
For 6. And then here, eat 4 berries and you'll gain 4 extra HP.
I'm so full.
All right. So your buddy Garrett here, he is a scout. In as far as stats go, he is only down 2 hit points, but he has a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Garrett, we have to leave.
I'm not leaving until I find all those people that I left up there.
Was one of them a gnome?
Her bug boy.
That looks like me. I'm looking for my brother.
Wait a second. You told me you guys were looking for a bounty.
He looks back and forth between you and Rocky, and he looks down at Lydia and he says, I've seen your brother, and I'll tell you about it next time, because we're breaking for today.
With that, I would like to say thank you to Wings for running this incredible game. I have a blast whenever you're on this channel. So, hey, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hi, everybody. I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I'm also posting my art onto Twitter, but it's got weird cropping things. And in trying to fix the cropping issues, it just crops the entire image. So go to DanaeKeener.com and see the full glory of all the things that I'm posting. I play as Kuori under the Legend Paladin on Mondays. Come and see the shit she's gotten herself into tomorrow. And that's about it. That's all I want to say right now. DanaeKeener.com.
It's okay. I don't know if we're doing a backwards thing. Hi everyone, my name's Satan, or Kuori, the Goliath fighter here on Sunday nights. I'm also here Thursday nights as Vi, the Drow Bard, and once a month on Wednesdays as Lilith, the Vampire Mobster. I'm also over at Plot Hunter Saturday nights playing Alina, my buff barbarian babe. We're going through Tyranny of Dragons. Saturday afternoons, I am in Valdir's channel playing Bella, my city elf rogue from Dragon Age, the TTRPG. It's really fun. And Sunday mornings, I am over at the Hype Goblins channel DMing for my dear, dear friends. But other than that, in social stuff, you can find me at AlysaVamp on Twitter and also here on Twitch, where I do random art streams, which have slowed down a little bit because I have uni starting up again. But that's me. I do art. It's on my Twitter. Thanks.
Oh, hi, it's me, LizMac, or LizMacD22 on Twitter. You can find me over there posting about the amazing stuff we have going on at jabroni.tv, which is a group of me and some of my closest friends who all stream and create content together and support tabletop communities just like this one. I am also the community manager of Clever Plays Studio, And sneak peek, y'all heard it here first. The new box art for our game Operation Tango is dropping tomorrow. And I'm super excited about it. So you can follow us at Clever Plays and see that for yourself tomorrow. Don't tell anyone I told you, but and I will be here every Sunday getting to play Lydia, our sweet bean cleric.
Yeah. Hey, RJ, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey, everybody. I've got a laundry list of stuff to do and also some announcements. Yeah. Wait 1 second. I just want to double check something, if that's right. But while I do that, hey, everybody, I'm RJ. You can catch me at rjustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things of my life and sometimes play video games with my friends. You can catch me here, well, on Mondays as Calum, the Shatterkai Wizard Cleric, on our homebrew campaign on Mondays. Sunday might be my last episode here. Yeah, as Rocky, the Human Ranger. Also, this week I will not be appearing on G Game Nights as I will be traveling, but catch me over there next Saturday, where I play Fang in our Overarms game, which is a JoJo Persona inspired game. He's about to conduct a SWAT raid. It's gonna be wild. Also, over at Stella Luna's channel on the 23rd, I'm gonna be in a game called Still Knocked, which is oh god, I think we're supposed to solve like a murder mystery or something, or like the DM is a ghost and we have to give them information while they try to solve their own murder. It's wild. It's 18th century. I think I'll be a blacksmith. Also, starting in February 10th, the grand premiere over at Open for Adventure, where myself and Cyberwolf 1201 will be playing in a desert campaign. I'm not Tabaxi, a Leonin berserker, Path of the Beast, named 13 Trees in 13 Trees in an Oasis. He's cursed. Just like
Jesus
all my
Christ.
memes.
That's so fucking cool.
I was thinking about playing 16 Paces West, but no.
I'm DanaeKeener.com, and I approve of this character.
DanaeKeener.com.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey, Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this on Mondays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as on Sundays at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/Indoor Adventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, including full run-throughs of Curse of Strahd, Ghosts of Saltmarsh, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, as well as the Tomb of Annihilation. We are going to be heading into our Patreon-supported after show called Nights in the Courtyard. So with that, I would like to say once again, thank you to everybody who decided to stick with us through this game. Thank you to our DM for putting up with our bullshit once again this week. And we'll see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye!